I can give them 5 solutions to do it. 5 solutions to handle your budget, 5 solutions to make a better relationship, 5 solutions to whatever. But if it doesn't mean anything to them, it's not going to happen. You have to believe that they are competent and capable to do this stuff and just letting them be. I love that about this Dream Manager program.
This is Lead with Culture. I'm Kate Bowman, and on this episode, we are talking to another certified dream manager. Les Pearson is the certified dream manager for Tippmann Group, and we had a really wonderful conversation about the program and what he did to roll it out. They've been doing the Dream Manager program for about 2 years, and they're having so much success with the team members that are going through it. The stories are heartwarming and beautiful. And if you are at all wondering, okay, what is this Dream Manager program? Or you just love hearing the stories about the Dream Manager program, then you're going to really enjoy this episode. Les, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. You're welcome.
So tell us a little bit, just to give some context, tell us a little bit about Tippmann Group.
Okay. Tippmann Group, and it's specifically the one that I work for, because we have different areas. They have construction, they have consulting group, and they have interstate warehousing, which is where interstate warehousing is a cold storage. So they house different companies for General Mills and Riches and things like that. So we don't do any in-house production or anything else. It's just cold storage, and we can ship out from there. So, and they have so many locations doing this right now. They opened up one in Arizona. They have one in Virginia, and it's several cases. But the one here specifically is the largest one that we have, which houses total from warehouse to staff in the company. It's about 300 to 350 people. It's closer to about 300 right now. So, but most of our the key people that I work with them all, but more the warehouse is the key.
So you are a certified dream manager. Tell us a little bit about your role and what you do there.
So the company reached out to me. I was at a different position, and they said, we want to implement this program for our people. We want to give back to our people in some way. That's what my dream manager position. That's my only job right now, is to be the dream manager. They said, we want to grow this program. And so I was doing group work. I was a counselor at a probation office doing group work and coaching. And they found me and reached out to me through email. And I thought it was a complete hoax. Because I was like, what company does this? This has got to be some special prince trying to get some money on an email. And so I just happened to reach out and back, and I said, yeah, this is a real opportunity. One of our upper management C-suite people read the book by Matthew Kelly, read The Dream Manager, and brought it to other people, which came down the line. They said, we want to start it in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And I was like, okay, all right. So they said, would you like to come in and talk to us? I got the book that weekend. I bought it twice. I bought the hard copy, and I bought the audio version, just so I wanted to make sure it was real. And when I read the book, I was like, who does this? What people in the world do this? And I want to have a company that does this. So that's what got me intrigued. And when they brought me in and said, hey, we want to operate this. We don't know how it's going to start. We don't know how it's going to be. We don't know what our people are going to be brought into this or not, but we're giving it a shot. And before I even stepped foot in the company, my first day was at the train in Florida. In Jupiter, Florida. That was my first day on the job.
Oh my gosh, really? So
yeah.
They just pushed you right in.
Yeah, I didn't.
Day one, getting certified.
And I was getting on a plane, going to certified, and then when I got back, the training was wonderful. Great people, great training experience. And coming back, they said, okay, we don't know how this is going to roll out. What's your plan? We don't want to, get in your way with this one. We just want to be support and see where this thing goes. And that was my introduction to the Dream Manager program. That was a little bit scary. So I think more than that was coming up with 100 dreams, but that was the next step was to come up with, okay, how do we want to roll this out? How do we want to implement this into our program here. So I've been doing this for 2 years now.
They put a lot of you put a lot of trust in them to say, okay, I'm gonna start this role, and my first day I'm gonna get certified, and it'll be my responsibility to roll out this incredible program to help our team members. But what a gift! What an exciting opportunity!
Jumping out on faith and something that I knew I wanted to do. I was doing it. I was doing coaching anyway, life coaching, and this part, when Matthew Kelly says this is the ultimate life coaching program. It's a structured version that people can follow versus, because I do other life coaching as well. And this is more structured and gives people an idea to really become that best version of themselves, to really look at the key aspects of their life and challenge those things. That's what the program gives you.
So you have been doing the program for 2 years. How has it impacted the organization and the people?
So when I first started and I had to present in front of all the shifts, I had about 4 shifts, night shift, day shift, they have about 4 of those, and weekend shift. So presenting in front of the entire shifts was a little bit daunting because you have people that look at you, who have never had an opportunity like this, who don't even know what this is, and trying to figure out what the company is trying to do. Why did they bring it? I still get questions in the day that from people that say, we don't understand why this is brought in. And so that's my job, is to give them an opportunity. I bring in hope. So that's what it was. So the buy-in from the people has been slow, but it has grown tremendously.
So what do you say, Les? Because we get that question a lot. We hear that a lot from our dream managers is when most people have never had a life coach. They don't know what coaching is. They can't believe, just like you, saying, wait, a company is actually going to be doing this and you didn't believe it. The team members, a lot of employees, they don't believe that the leadership is bringing in something like this program specifically to help them. So when one of your team members comes to you and says, I don't get it, what is all this? What do you say to them?
I have to clarify. First, I started about, what the program is and what I can do for them. All right. And I kind of switched it to let them understanding that this is an opportunity. And so right now I have the opportunity, and we kind of changed over the years where I am in orientation. And while in orientation, I get to speak to the new people coming in, and they are loving. And it goes, I have a what, why, and how. All right. I use that formula. So I describe the program, what it is. I tell them that it's a program that lets you look at your life and say, this is where I am, and looks at your dreams about where you want to be. And then that middle part is where the dream manager comes in. Right? And we describe it as that. And so we help build your toolbox. We help build your understanding of your strengths. And I make it about their strengths, not about mine. And that's the why. All right. The why comes in to let them know that the company wants them to succeed. The company understands that they are our best asset. And while they're here working for us, we want them to grow. We want them to live their dreams because we believe in them. You're putting in all this effort for us and the code and the thing. Let's get back to you. All right. Then I go to the how. Okay. We won't take on anybody unless they're hired on. All right. That's where, because a lot of people have a turnover. They have a turnover issue here. So once they have been invested for 3 months, it's sometimes 4, we'll say, okay, I'll send a letter out and we will meet, because that comes in 3 phases. Number 1, they get me at orientation. Number 2, when they have their initial evaluation, 1-month evaluation, they're getting, the trainers talk about me and talk about the program. When they get hired on, the hiring on manager talks about the program. And then once they get hired on, I send them a letter saying that, hey, we'd like to offer you this program again. And then the next one is I do small groups now. I do small groups where I pick people that are hired on, the people who have made it through the process, and we do a dreamstorming session. And then we have the dreamstorming session. And I got this from, I think, Rebecca. She gave me this cue about one of her people. By the time I do the dreamstorming session, there is a form to fill out right at the end to say, you want to sign up, sign right here. There's not even go ahead and sign the paper while you're here. And that has seemed to be the key to getting more people into it, because those small group, I work better in small groups and small group presentations, small group dreamstorming we go through the process of dreamstorming. Let me know about how would you feel if you had this? How would you feel if you this? What are you looking for in your life? And so we go through those areas, adventure. Where would you travel? Financial dreams are the number one seller for me that I've found. Once you can understand somebody, and I could give you some results here about some of the financial situations that people have gotten themselves out of and feel stronger to live their dreams. Because once they're past their debt, once they're past that, now they're moving on to other things, which is a great thing. So the financial and legacy, understanding what they want to leave for their kids and their children. I found those things to be the best key in connecting with people.
So I just want to clarify for the listeners that are thinking about this program and how they could implement it. When you're talking about these small groups and the dream storm, you're taking them through this experience. You're taking the small group through the experience of a dream storm to get them dreaming again, to talk about their financial dreams, their legacy dreams, their creative dreams, professional dreams, psychological dreams, all the different areas of our dreams that Matthew shares in the book. There's 12 categories of dreams. And then at the end of that, you're inviting them to take advantage of having a dream manager. So I love that you mentioned Rebecca. She is another certified dream manager. And you collaborated not collaborated. You really just had some brainstorming sessions because our dream managers are there for each other to talk about best practices, what they're doing and how they're actually rolling the program out. And I think that's beautiful because now you have that experience of someone else that says, hey, once you do the dream storm, get them in. They're pumped, they're jazzed, they have their dreams. They see that it's possible to have a better future for themselves. And I love that you mentioned the financial dreams because the top 3 dreams that we constantly see in our dreamers is financial. And a lot of people have physical dreams. They want to lose weight, get more fit. That is always one that's kind of on top of the list. And legacy dreams have become more popular too, because I think as people are getting older and recognizing, hey, what do I want to leave behind? What am I doing here for my family? And what do I want to leave? So those are beautiful, beautiful dreams. And what are some of the dreams? What are some of the successes that you've seen from your dreamers?
Going back to school, paying off debt, certifications. When I first started, most of the managers in training have been through the program and have become managers and have stayed with the company. Well, I think there's one that left. So out of those 5 that made it through, who got through and enjoyed the program, those are the real winners because they have access to the people on the floor and say, you got to do that program. Everybody should do this program. Every MIT needs to do this program. So they are becoming winners. And so becoming managers. One of them, let's see, he did an album. He was putting an album on hold, but he has his album out now and working on another one. This was the coolest thing ever. He ran up to me. He says, big boy, I did it, man. Big boy. He's a short guy like me. Big boy, we did it. We did it. And then he showed me the picture of him walking through his newly bought house, going up the steps, out the backyard. And it was a video of him walking through the house. And he said, I have to come tell you, this happened this weekend. And I've been so busy, but those type of things. So the most heartwarming is the one who kids lived in a different state and he didn't contact them and didn't want to contact them. But by the time he got to the relationship part, he was able to reach out, connect with the mother, and was having frequently Zoom calls with his kids he hadn't talked to in 3 years. And those are the type of stories, connections that are meaningful to me, to see him light up and connect with, family.
Oh, that is beautiful. I think when we do the dream storm and we ask, what is that one relationship that you want to improve? It really brings up a lot of emotion for people because
Absolutely.
Think about everyone as there's someone, whether it's a family member, an old friend, someone you haven't talked to in a long time, someone that you do miss or that you do wish you had a better relationship with. And someone has to be the person that actually reaches out and tries to, mend that relationship or to re-engage that person. And, we get to choose to be that person. And so I love that this program helps people to do that and reconnect with the people in their life that are so important.
Oh, so when they finished the Dream Manager program, I created a evaluation of their success, right? So it looks at a scale of 1 to 10. And so, for example, the Rhythm of Life area in the book, on a scale of 1 to 10, where were you before and where were you after? For example, this one person here, he rated Rhythm of Life, all the areas, the physical, the emotional, intellectual, and spiritual. He was at a 4, that part of his life. So now he's at a 10, consistently following those. Pursuing dreams. We started at a 4, now he's at a 10. Financial situation was at a 1, now he raised himself as a 10. This is the one who knocked out $30,000 in debt totaling. So I think there's a video linked to him too, as well. So becoming the better version of yourself, which is the program's all about, was at a 4. Now he feels he's at a 10. He's motivated. He's a high energy person that he'll talk about the program. He's one of my biggest cheerleaders when it comes to the floor. And, personal growth, he was at a 3. Now he's at an 8. Clarity and direction was at a 3. Now he's at a 9. And so those are the type of things I measure when it comes to how the program is. So it's more, and again, it could be more qualitative than quantitative. And I don't know how to relate that to yet. So I'm still working on that. What are the key measurements that the top management are looking for? But these people will stay. So if you're looking at not turning over, not people leaving, and while they're here, encouraging other people to do better, I think that's a key aspect of the Dream Manager program.
Yeah. I mean, those numbers are amazing, Les. I mean, think about it. In 12 months, which is not a long time, right? I mean, everybody, we think and when we get starting in January already, we think, oh my gosh, it's a new year. We have 12 months, but then it's already December, in a snap. And so it really is a short amount of time, but to be able to go from a 4 to a 10, a 1 to a 10, I mean, that is remarkable. And it also shows that people have what they need to succeed. They just need support. They need someone that's going to support them and push them to find better resources to help them grow personally. And I think when you're talking about that quantitative versus qualitative, one of the things that we find in a lot of leaders, because, let's face it, you're investing in a program like this, you want to see the ROI and what does that look like and how are you measuring the success? And you're measuring the success, part of that is with retention. You work at an organization where retention is very high, which obviously, right? Like they're doing very hard labor. They're doing a lot of hard work. And it can be challenging to retain those really top players. But when you put a program like this in place and now you're showing them, hey, I want you to be the best version of yourself, not just when you're here at work, but in your life. With your family. We want you to go from a 1 to a 10 in your finances and what that looks like. And so now they have this new, not only just trust, but loyalty to you, knowing that you're there to really help and support them. And I love that you said that they run up to you with all this energy because you're providing them with that energy, and that energy they now bring to work, but they're also bringing home. It's like, it is such a life-changing program. And that is the biggest thing to look at is those people. Think about those people that are going from a 1 to a 10. They're going from a 1 to a 10 in that financial area. And if this is maybe not measured, but what did they go from a 4 to a 10, 1 to 10, or whatever that looks like on the scale of the level of work that they're doing, the culture that they're creating over there, how they're interacting with their team members. Like, that is priceless.
Yeah, the pricelessness of that one is key. And I love the part where you brought up, I celebrate with them, but this is not me. This is you doing the work. This is your success. And this is a self-assessment, of the things they've accomplished. So my scale of 1 to 10 may be different from theirs, but the fact that they are getting meaning and where they are, you're going from paycheck to paycheck to saving money, to freeing yourself from debt, for example, to connecting with family. That's your scale. That's what you see. That's what you have done. And that's your accomplishment. And we're going to celebrate that one. I'm stepping back. No, I'm getting off. We put the pieces on the table, you build it, and that's what we celebrate.
Yeah, it's about the person. And I love that you brought that up, because when you are a certified dream manager, I mean, it's not about you. It's about empowering those people. And that is what you're there to do, is to lift them up, to be their cheerleader, to help them, to support them, to challenge them, to be the best version of themselves. And that is what you get to do and support them in that. Les, so you've had the program for a couple years. We're very excited to see what you do moving forward. What surprised you most, especially coming from a counseling background? What surprised you the most when you went through certification and learned how to learn about this program and the impact that it could have on your people?
what surprised me most was the person's capability. I mean, we believe in the people and stuff like that, but to actually believe in them and watch them come up with their solutions. I can give them 5 solutions to do it. 5 solutions to handle your budget, 5 solutions to make a better relationship, 5 solutions to whatever. But if it doesn't mean anything to them, it's not going to happen. And so watching them come up with their own ideas on how to do that, I would have never came up with some of those ideas. I would have never, ever done that one. And I love that part of it to go, okay, I am not smarter than you when it comes to your own life. And you just have proven it. I get to celebrate their choices, their accomplishments, and their decisions, and to watch them grow and to watch them enjoy and still talk about it. I have one, she's about to finish the Dream Manager program. She has a vision board and it's divided into, she's crazy. She has divided into things she has accomplished, vision board of things she has accomplished, things she's working on, and new dreams. And she walks past it every day when she gets into her house up on the board. But her creation, her idea of coming up that to still keep her motivated, I would have never came up with. I wouldn't have never came up with that idea. And just to watch them, you have to believe that they are capable, confident and capable to do this stuff. I think that's what surprised me about that one is I don't have to teach. You know, I come from counseling where we talk about it, facilitation and things and just letting them be. I love that about this Dream Manager program.
Yeah, the coaches are not there to give you the answers. You're there to guide them into that. So I love that that was a surprise for you to see because people are creative.
Yes.
People are creative and they really do know what is needed to build that better future. It's just sometimes, that's why it's so much easier to give advice to other people than it is to take our own advice. We're real good at giving other people advice.
Yes, absolutely.
Les, if there is a leader out there thinking about this program or even just thinking, hey, we do have some retention issues or just a company that has a great culture and they're just looking for a program that will help enhance employee engagement and satisfaction, what would you say to them about this program?
Choose this opportunity. This is an opportunity to impact the people's lives in ways you don't even know how. Yes, the ROI is important. But if you are concerned with people and if you're concerned with people that you oversee and manage, give them the tools to succeed. This is one of the tools they have to succeed. Watch them grow, watch them shine. You are a part of it, but you're helping them grow and become strong. That's where it is. And once you see somebody's strength, you can say, okay, this is the way I've given back to my people. All right. You can give back in money and everything else you want to. But knowing that this is going to be a lasting change and a lasting improvement, and you have to have this opportunity for your people.
Beautiful. I love it. Well, Les, thank you so much for joining us today. It's such an inspiration to hear some of the stories, some of the successes, and man, those numbers are just so cool to watch where people can really, especially that he gave himself a 10, a lot of people don't go from 4 to a 10. They're lucky if they go from a 4 to a 8 or a 9, but that's really remarkable.
Yes. Yeah, I think so. Again, his heavy lifting is all his job and I get to celebrate with him. And that's what I do. Just get to celebrate with. So
look, you have the best job in the world. You're a certified dream manager.
So, one of the things about becoming the best version of yourself and finding your true meaning, this is it. This is what I found. This is where I found what I enjoy. When somebody asked me, talk about the Dream Manager program in orientation, was joking. So is this your dream job? And I was like, yes, it is.
Absolutely. And it's the best title ever. Les, you are awesome. Thank you so much for the work that you do. Your people are very lucky to have you. And I'm really looking forward to seeing over the next few years, more people joining the program, the bigger impact that you're having in the organization. And we'll have to have you come back on next year and give us some updates and progress reports on it.
Absolutely. Bigger dreams, more possible. Bigger dreams.
I love it. Bigger dreams. We'll keep dreaming. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. We so appreciate you. I hope that you feel inspired around some of the dreams that are being achieved. And I particularly liked that Les mentioned multiple times that it's not about him, right? He is the certified dream manager, but it's about the people and your people, the team members that you have on your team, the people that you work with. They have superpowers. They have so much inside of them that needs to be unlocked, that needs to be nourished a little bit to help them become the best version of themselves. And when you become a certified dream manager, that is what you get to do. You get to empower your people to grow and to get better. And when that happens, as we always say at Floyd, your organization can only be the best version of itself when your people are becoming better versions of themselves. And that is what this program does. And so it is always remarkable to hear the stories from all of our dream managers. And I just love the fact that there is this proven system. We give it to you. Here it is. We teach you how to do it. And then you get to go back to your organization and run this program and support your people. It's also interesting when Les said that a lot of team members were kind of questioning, what is this? Because we do hear that quite often because of the fact that so many people have never experienced coaching and they have not worked for an organization that provides them a coach. It is not the norm, it is not the standard, but we here at Floyd are trying to make it the standard because it should be. Every single organization should have a dream manager because it supports their people. It supports their people personally, and when we grow personally, we can't help but grow professionally, become better in the roles that we're in. And so if you are interested or curious about what that would look like in your organization to have a dream manager, to implement the program, and to really support your team, to see what it does for your people and also your business. When your people grow, your business is going to grow. And so we would love to have that conversation with you. You can go to thedreammanager.com, check that out. If you have not yet read The Dream Manager, I highly encourage you to read it. That is typically what we see is somebody read the book and then they call in and they say, yep, I'm in, I love this. What do I need to do? So if you have not yet read the book, I highly recommend you get a copy of The Dream Manager and then go check out thedreammanager.com. We would love to have that conversation with you and what it would look like for you to implement this life-changing and business-changing program. Thank you again for watching or listening. We appreciate you. Until next time, lead with culture.